Hello everyone, welcome to a new chapter called as Nasya Vidyadhyaya, or we generally call it as Nasya. Now by now you might be familiar with the term Nasya and what is mean by Nasya, what is the indication for Nasya, what is the contraindication for Nasya, and what are the types of Nasya. These things we have discussed in the previous video. In this video we will further dig some more into it, seeing about what is the procedure to do the Nasya and what do you mean by Pratimarsha Nasya. That will be the main topic that I will be covering in this video. So by now you might have familiar with the definition of Nasya. It is Nasaya Shirasi Praniyam Manam Aushadam Nasya. So the medicine which is administered through the nostrils which reaches till the Shiras is called as Nasya or Nasa Shiraso Dwaram also you might have familiarized by now. Now, what is the frequency with which we have to do the Nasya? In frequency, we have two different classification. One is administration of Nasya on every day, that two in morning and evening. That means two Nasya for every day, the maximum of 7 days, and an alternative days of Nasya. That means one day you will be providing Nasya, and the other day you won't be providing Nasya. Now, the everyday frequent Nasya need to be done in condition like Vatapi Bhuta Shirasihi, or when head or the Shiras is being affected with Vatapi doshas, in condition called as Hitma, in Apatanaka, Manyastamba, and Swarabhramsha. These are some of the conditions where everyday Nasya need to be done. And in all the other conditions, wherever you can administer Nasya, whatever you have seen in the indication, in all these conditions, you have to do it on alternatives. Means a 1 day gap need to be provided before administering the next dosage of Nasya. What about the dosage of Nasya? You might have seen that there are two different varieties of Nasya. One is Sneha Nasya and one is Avapeda Nasya. Sneha Nasya is a Nasya which is administered with the help of an oil or something. And Avapeda Nasya is that juice you are extracting from the leaves and all those things, and you are administering that is called as Avapeda Nasya. So in Uttama Matra of Nasya, that means in the best amount or best dosage of Nasya will be 10 drops or 10 bindu in case of Sneha Nasya and 8 bindu in case of Avapeta Nasya. Whereas Madhyama Matra or the medium dosage of Nasya will be 8 bindus for Sneha Matra and 6 bindus for the Avapeta Nasya. And Adhama Matra or less quantity for dosage is that 6 bindu for Sneha Nasya and 4 bindus for Avapeta Nasya. Whereas Pratimarsha which is another form of Nasya, some people call it as Chur Nasya, some people call it as a Sneha Nasya, which is devoid of much of medicine, is to be administered as just 2 drops or a very less quantity of this need to be done, and that is given only in Avapeta Nasya. There is no Sneha Nasya available for that. Now the problem comes over here is that what do you mean by a bindu? There are different dimensions for bindu according to different people, but what we take generally is that the first drop obtained after dipping the index finger in into the middle interpharyngeal joints. That is, you take your finger until you are in interpharyngeal joints, you dip in the oil or the medication and you take it out, and the first drop what is falling down from this will be considered as one bindu. That is the dimension or the quality or volume of one bindu can be understood. Now, what are the Purva Karmas for Nasya? Of course, for every karma, every Pradhana karma, we need to have Purva Karma. We have to prepare the patient. To prepare the patient should first attend all his natural calls. After that, a Mukha Bhinga need to be provided to the patient, especially his Karna, his forehead, his Gala Pradesha. All these places need to be massaged with oil. And after that, Svedana is being administered. So, this is for the Vilayana of Dosha and all those things, and then nothing but snehana and svedana. Here you are doing mukha bhenga with oil and you are doing svedana karma, so that all the doshas will get liquefied, and this need to be provided. After that, see that the patient is not exposed to wind or all those things, so he should be isolated in a room which is devoid of wind, too much of sunlight and all those things, because you are going to give him nasya, so that you should take a bit precaution. You should not inhale any dust particles before you administer the medicine, so that need to be taken care. So he should be lied in a room which is well ventilated but devoid of any kind of wind and all those things. After that comes the main karma, main procedure of nasya. So when doing the main procedure of nasya, the patient should lie in a supine position, or he should lie down in the supine manner, and the warm medicine in warm liquid. That means the medicine is made into hot by keeping that medicine in warm liquid. Means you are giving a warm water bath to the medicine, or you boil the water in a vessel. Take a vessel and you boil water, and you are keeping your vessel containing the medicine in the top of that water. Like this you will be heating the medicine, not direct heat. Okay, then close one nostril and put the drops in the other. So you have to put the drops and only one in a nostril. So while administering the nasya to that nostril, you can use with your, you can drop it directly with something called as what do you say? There are different items available for putting this nasya into, sorry, the medicine into the nostril. Like you can use a dropper nowadays. There are different something in the shape of a go karna or something like that is available, and you have to pour the medicine to the one nostril while keeping your other nostril closed. Remember that this thing need to be done before you move on to the other nostril. Do mardana in padatala, that is the palm or the sole of your foot, then Skandas in his shoulder, Hasta in his hand, Karna in his ears. You have to do Mardana. Mardana means forceful massage, means massage with some pressure. Okay. After that, repeat on the other nostril, and after that, again you have to do these things. So apply the medicine in one nostril while blocking the other nostril. Then do the massage over these places, especially in his sole of the foot, in his hands, in his shoulders, and after that repeat in the other nostril. So after administering the medicine in both the nostril, ask the patient to rest for 100 matra. 100 matra is approximately 100 seconds, so he should chant some mantras or something, and he should rest for 100 matras. And after that, take deep breathing. Okay, so after waiting for 100 matra, he should be asked to take the deep breathing. Now what happens is that the medicine is already in your nostrils, and by the time you take the deep breathing, the medicine will come in your mouth. Okay, and that should be spit the medicine on either side. The patient should turn to the left side and spit the medicine, and again he should turn to right side and spit the medicine. Never swallow the kapha, spit it. Like whatever medicine is coming in the mouth, that shows that the nasya has happened properly, that the patient has to spit it out. Now after completion, again do Svedana in the neck and the cheeks. So once again you have to provide Svedana to the neck and cheek region, because if at all some medicine is being stuck up, that should go over. Then provide Dhupana Karma. Dhupana Karma is inhalation of medical smoke, that to be done, so that if at all any further thing is there, that will be subsided. Any dosha is remnant, that will be removed by the Dhupana Karma. Now, how to identify whether the nasya has happened properly, that we call it as Samyak Yoga. Excessively, we call it as Ati Yoga and Ayoga. Now, I have also included the Lakshanas told by Charaka also, even though Lakshana is, of Ashtanga is enough for you people, but still, we'll just see what are the other Lakshanas told by Charaka in these conditions. So, in Samyak Yoga, Charaka says that the patient will attain Shiro Lagvam. Shiro Lagutva means he will be attaining lightness in his head region. Sukha Swapna, he will get proper sleep. Then Vikara Prashamana, it is not Vikaro, it is Vikara Prashamana, means whatever disease you have administered this medicine, the disease will get Prashamana or Shanti. Shuddhi Indriyam, all your sense organs will be clear. Mano Sukham, you will be having a mental satiety or satisfaction after administering the Nasya. Now, what if excessive administration of nasya has happened? Kapha praseka. You will be having excessive kapha in your mouth, or you will be keep on having spitting tendency. Shirogoravam. You will feel heaviness in the head region. Kandu, that is itching. Praseka, some kind of salivation. Aruchi, you will be having tastelessness. Pinasa, you will be having rhinitis, or your you will be getting infection in your nostrils. Indriya Vibramam, you will be having difficulty in the perception of the senses by the sense organ. If ayoga happens, or if the nasya has not happened properly, that can lead to vata vikriti or diseases pertaining to vata. Indriya rukshada, dryness in the indriyas, in all the indriyas, especially shira, karna, etc. In all those indriyas, there will be rukshada. Emptiness in the head, he will feel as if his head is empty. and no shamana of the diseases. Here vikara prashamana has happened, but here no shamana in the disease whatever for what you have administered the nasya. That will be ayoga or less quantity of nasya. Now there is something called as Virechana Nasya. What is the Samyak Yoga of Virechana Nasya is that again Shiro Laguta, Soto Shuddhi, Vyadi decreases, then Chitta Indriya Prasadam or all the Indriyas will get satisfied. Again the Hina Yoga of Virechana Nasya will be Kantu, Upadesha, Gurutva, Kapha Stramshramana in the Srotas or Kapha will be obstructing the Srotas. Ayoga will be Matulangangam, Vatavriddhi, Indriya Vibhrama, Sroto Shunyata or emptiness in the Srotas. So in treatment of Virechana is there if Hina and Atishuddhi is there, Kapha Vata, Ghanakriya or Hanakriya need to be done, and in Samyak Yoga do Snehana Nasya. After Virechana, it is always advised to go for a Snehana Nasya. You can't leave the patient after Virechana. But if Hina Yoga or Ati Yoga is occurred, you go for Kapha and Vadakhana Kriya or treatment. Now we will see what is Avapeda Nasya. Avapeda Nasya is nothing, as I told you, it is the Swarasa or the Kalka of the medicine is being used. In Sneha Nasya, you are using oils, but in Avapeda Nasya, you are taking the medicine, you are extracting the juice out of it, and that juice is input in the nostrils for getting the proper relief. So it is indicated in sannyasa, in consciousness, murcha, fainting, moha, giddiness, apatantraka, some kind of again illusion or hallucination, apasmara, it is epileptic attack, chitta bhaya krodha, or in case of insanity, or in case of excessive fear, in case of excessive angry, and Mansika Roga, etc. In case of mental elements or mental diseases, we indicate Avapedaka Nasya. And next is Pradhamana Nasya. Pradhamana Nasya is some people call it as Sneha Nasya with less quantity of medicine. That is one definition what is being given for Pradhamana Nasya. But some people call it as Churna Nasya. You are putting what is a Churna in the form of Nasya, but you can take it as Nasya which is having a very less quantity of medicines, or mild form of Nasya, we can take it as Pradhama Nasya. So it is used in Manovikara Roga, Krimija Shirashula, Murcha due to Visha, Chadakshina, Bala, Vruddha, Sukatmana, then Kala Varsha, or during rainy season also. Rainy season usually Nasya is not given, as Pradhama Nasya is very less in medicinal property, it can be given in that. Now, where it should not be given, Acharya says that it is not suitable for Dushta Pinasa or inflammatory rhinitis, you can't give it. Madhya Pita, for alcoholic person, you can not give it. Abala Srota, if your ear is not proper, you are deaf or something, you can't give it. Krimi Dushta Shira, if there is a worm or infection in the Shiras, you can't give it. Utkrishta Apakrishta Dosha, if there is excessive aggravation or excessive less this of dosha, you can't give it. As this so Nasya, the medicine quantity is very less in quantity. Rather than providing relief to the patient, that can increase the condition. So Pradhama Nasya need not be given. Now the benefit of Pradhama Nasya is it is hita for jnana to janana to marana. You can give from anyone to any time, like from bala to vruddha any time. Pradhama Nasya can be given, as it is very mild. No pathya is required for Pradhama Nasya. Can be practiced daily, and no complication as of Marsha Nasya. So Pradhama Nasya is a day-to-day Nasya that we can provide to the patient. So these are the some information about Nasya. We will come up with further explanation about other concept of Nasya. Till then, thank you very much. Please go through the slides and come up with your queries in the practice session. Thank you.